Hey friends, here with another monthly update for Fellowship of Christian Athletes at IUP. It is my honor and privilege to formally introduce to you, if you have not already met him or heard about his involvement with our ministry, Dante Lombardi. So Dante is the son of legendary IUP basketball coach Joe Lombardi and his wife Janet. Dante's older brother Dom came through our ministry years ago. He's now in the coaching profession as well. Dante had a very storied athletic career at IUP as a basketball player, graduated and then dabbled for a bit in professional basketball in Europe. He has married Emerson, and they have a little one, Sansir. And so Dante's been on staff with us now for a little over a year, has been a wonderful addition and a great asset in our ministry to students at IUP. And I wanted to give him the floor here and talk for just a little bit about what he does. So Dante, tell our friends and supporters a little bit about how you engage students in ministry on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, so as Scott had said, I'm been on staff for a little bit over a year, started October of 23, actually the same month that Sansir was born. And so over the last year was a lot of getting used to what to do and how to do it. And Scott had entrusted me to be the chaplain of the basketball team. We had a lot of good success stories in a spiritual sense last year, even though maybe their record might not have been very successful to viewers. What was going on in the hearts of the players was a great success. This year I'm doing much of the same with the basketball team, but I'm also expanding a little bit. I'm starting to lead freshmen and lead freshman Bible studies, and we're having great freshman turnout at FCA, which is very promising. It's in college ministry, so I've been told, because I've only really been a part of it for a year, you don't really see a whole lot of freshmen and a lot of juniors and seniors, but seeing freshmen is a good sight for us, and hopefully they become leaders and they can grow with us for the next 4 years, and hopefully see the ministry grow in that sense. Some other things that I'm involved with is something that we like to call Friday Night Fun, and what this is it's just an opportunity for our student athletes to get together on Friday nights between 8 and ending time says 10, but that could go really as late as they want it to go sometimes. And what this is just doing is it's just giving our students an opportunity to do something outside of the partying life. And the partying life is actually one of the reasons why college ministry is so important to me in a sense, because for the 3 years that I was at IUP, my first 3 years that I was at IUP, I was very involved in that and saw my relationship with Jesus kind of go astray in a sense. And I got involved with FCA, and my senior year looked a whole lot different, and because of that I do have a heart for the college students and their needs, and I'm able to relate to them on a level that I think is very beneficial for them, but also uses my strengths really well. So those are the big things that I'm involved with. Really the basketball team, freshmen, and Friday Night Fun are my big involvements with FCA.
It's been good for us as Liz and I have matured. We are now the age of our students' parents. And so it's been strategic and good to bring in someone younger that fills kind of a different role, someone more of a peer with our students. And so Dante's been able to have conversations in a different way than Liz and I are able to have conversations with the students now. Yeah. You've also been integral in some one-on-one mentorship with some of our student leaders, and that's been fun to watch as well. Yeah. Dante, as you've interacted with these students, had one-on-one conversations, started to grow them spiritually, give them tools to mature in their growth, you've seen a lot of spiritual growth.
I have.
So share maybe one of those stories with our friends and partners about the spiritual growth that you've seen in a student through your relationship with them.
Yes, and so you say one, but there's actually two that come to mind that I really want to touch on. So the first one is last year, I really challenged one of the IUP men's basketball players, Ethan Porterfield, to really grow in his faith, but not only to grow in his faith, but to help other people grow in their faiths. And one of the things that he actually had mentioned to me in a way that he wanted to grow was he wanted to be better at memorizing the Bible. So we would go through, and every week we'd try to memorize something new. Some weeks it took longer than a week, some weeks it was just 1 week. But it was really cool because there was one week that he came to me and he was really excited because he had memorized a scripture about seeking, knocking, and he had a conversation and he was on the phone with his brother, and as the conversation was going, he actually just began laughing, and his brother asked what he was laughing about, and it was because of the scripture that he had just memorized. It fit perfectly in the scenario, and he was able to share the word with his brother, and it just goes to show that what he was doing wasn't just impacting him, but it was impacting the people that he surrounded himself with. And so that's a beautiful thing with our ministry. It's not just the people that we see, but it's the people that they see as well. And the second story is one that is very meaningful to me because it was one of the first people that I really started to disciple was a baseball player. His name was Christian Gabriel. Christian was working a little bit at Summit, and over last weekend he just got married to his girlfriend. And all throughout their relationship, I was walking with him through the relationship, how to go about certain situations, how to put boundaries up, how to treat different things, and being with him that entire time and seeing him do things the right way, and then being able to celebrate the covenant between him and Janet, his wife, was beautiful. And it was the first time that I got to do that, which is kind of cool because, again, I've only been doing this for a year, and they were dating for a little over a year, and so discipling him into that, a great success story, just seeing young couples live a godly life and live obedient to the Lord and being rewarded with a marriage that's going to be healthy and God-centered and glorifying to Him.
It was a wonderful celebration. It was an honor for us to be able to participate in that and see the work that they had done in honoring God in their relationship come to fruition in the wedding ceremony was truly beautiful. So I know that your mentorship and leadership was important in them getting to that point. So that was fun. So friends, I just want to say thank you for your continued giving and support of our ministry. We want you to hear the names of the students that you are impacting and giving us the ability to impact. We're grateful to God for the opportunities that we have, for the way that He's blessing the work, for the growth that we're seeing in the students and the fruit that is being born. Thank you so much for being a part of it. We're looking forward very much to the holiday season and to celebrating the end of this semester and then moving into the next semester in January. But thank you again, and have a blessed holiday season.